Hi everybody. Today I have a tutorial of sorts, but right now I'm going to explain it. Pretty soon you'll see me on a video. I know I haven't been in videos in a while, but I've been busy doing this and I just wanted you to concentrate on the craft. So I'm going to show you these things that I've made. Now here are the shapes. Now you get a lot of each of these shapes so that you can make matching earrings. These would typically be the earrings. This would be more for a necklace, and so would this. These are the shapes that you get. There's also another shape which I thought I took out, so here is the other shape. And I'm going to show you what I made with all these and how I made them. So the first thing I did was, some of you might have already seen my slave bracelet I made using this filigree. Now these filigree templates can be used for many things other than making jewelry. All kinds of crafts. You can make scrapbooks using these. You could make other crafts like books and boxes, and you glue these on there, as well as you can use these on a number of like picture frames or furniture. So I'm going to show you my first thing, and then I'm going to explain about painting these if you didn't want them in just brass but you wanted this particular set. So the first thing I made was this slave bracelet. Now I would put it on, but right now then I'd have to take it off. So I made the ring, and then the centerpiece, and then the part that goes around your wrist. So now I had to buy brass findings. And for those who aren't familiar with jewelry terms and are just beginning, findings are jewelry supplies like jump rings, chain, head pins, eye pins, and other things that you need to create your jewelry. So they would always be in findings. So I had that, of course, my jewelry working tools, and I really like this. I didn't paint this. I really thought that this was nice the way it is. So now what I'm going to show you is step by step the pieces that I used. Okay, so for the ring part of the slave bracelet, I used this shape. Okay, so I'm going to try to fit these all so you can see them. Okay, so this is the shape that I used for the ring, and all I did was, you can either put it on your finger or one of those ring mandrels which look like this, and they have the different sizes. So if you're making them to give as a gift or to sell, you should always have a ring mandrel, because you can shape it and to any size. So the sizes are all over here. Okay, and all I did, now I didn't do it was for me, so I just took it on the finger that I wanted. Excuse my nails, I've been crafting, so they look horrible and they're all broken. So what you do is you take this, put it on the finger or the ring mandrel, place it with the centerpiece, which would be this right here, and then bend it. Okay, so then you bend it and you work it around, and the back will look like this. So it's adjustable. See the pieces, and you kind of want to bend it nicely, and that's it. Then what I did was I glued an acrylic gemstone, and the red really looks nice with the brass. And these are them. It didn't come in here. I put them in this glass container and I separated some of them. These are all round ones, but they're different size and different color round ones. They have a variety of different types of acrylic gemstones. They have bigger ones. They have ones with the different shapes and colors and sizes, and then they have just the round ones. I do want to buy the ones with the different shapes, but right now this is what I have, so I'm using this. And then my other thing I used, my favorite, is E6000 jewelry glue. It dries clear. Now it takes about 20 minutes to really make it stick, but you need to let this dry 24 hours from the time you used it, especially if you're going to make them to give as a gift or sell. You don't want to hurry up and package them. You want to wait 24 hours. You also want to wait before you wear it, because you don't want that to move around or fall off. That's what it looks like, and it's adjustable, and it's on my finger. It'll look better when my nails are done. So that was the first part of the slave bracelet. The second part is this part. And this is what I used. This is the shape for that. And again, I glued an acrylic gemstone. Now what I did was I got all my findings to match in brass. So that includes my chain and jump ring. And because this shape, I don't know if you're getting it, but I'm going to find a pointer shape. It doesn't have one big hole, it has two little ones. So I put the jump ring like that and closed it in the back, and then I hooked it. So I don't know if you're seeing this, but that's how I did it. There's the jump ring, it's in the back, and it's all hooked up in the back. So I'm going to bring this towards the camera, see, and then the front, so it looks neat. And that's the best way to do it for this shape. And then I repeated it below. So the one chain was attached to the bottom of this ring, all the way there. And then you want two. Now I did a video, I don't know if you've seen it, with just the one. But the problem with that is this goes off to the side. And you want this to stay stationary in the center. So that's what when you have two of them going, then it looks better. Now for this one, I used this shape again. It's the same shape I used for the ring. And you just put it on your wrist or something wrist shape. If you have a wrist mandrel, they have things like that, I don't know exactly what it's called. And then you just bend. And then on the sides, I just took a jump ring and chain, and then I got my clasp. And all my findings again matched the color so that it all blended in seamlessly. And that's it. That's all I did. And I glued the acrylic gemstones, cleaned them up with the Q-tip and rubbing alcohol. Now, of course, if you wanted to paint these, you can. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you that in a minute. But here's a bracelet I made. Again, using this shape. Just bending it, and I took a bead and I glued the bead, and then I just hooked a chain to it. And again, if you didn't want a slave bracelet, you could just do bracelet, and you could really glue anything, a bead, a gemstone, whatever you want. For the slave bracelet, you really just need these two shapes and then some acrylic gemstones. So now we're going to go to the rings. Now you saw this ring, okay? And this ring, I used this shape. And that's the same ring that I used for the slave bracelet. But now I made these rings. Now I didn't attach acrylic gemstones. They're going to fall down, but you get the picture. So I'll put them on my finger so you can see. Not all the way. But I painted two. So now I painted this one and this one. And this one I used like a paint. But this one, I didn't like my copper paint. And there's a few spots I got to touch up. But I used nail polish because my copper nail polish was actually nicer than the paint. So you can use nail polish. Now if you're afraid of it chipping, what I would do was I would bend it. I would bend my shape first and make the ring and then paint it. And then have something to dry it on, okay? Because if you paint it and then bend it, it might crack the painting that you did. And I would wait a good hour after doing a couple of coats. And all you do need is nail polish. Now, if you wanted to seal it, maybe you can put like a sealing coat on that. And you don't really have to paint the inner part, but if you want to, you can go ahead and do that. So this one I painted silver. And I didn't attach any acrylic gemstones. So if you wanted to, you could. And this one is copper. And this one, I'd left it brass. Now this one is a bit different. I'm going to remove the copper one. I'm going to show you. It's a different shape than this. So this ring was made using this shape. These 3 rings were made using this shape. And the same process, you put it on your finger or a ring mandrel, make sure the center part is right on top, and then slowly and gently bend them. Now these are flexible, but they're not flimsy, so you can bend them, and be careful and then do that but these are ideal for like furniture and other crafts, like putting on a book, making a necklace, which I've made necklaces, and there's video tutorials of that. And you can just glue some gemstones, but I wanted to make a ring out of them. It's a little bit different than this ring. It's a little bit bigger, as you can see. So I like that look, and you can do whatever you want with them, but that's how I like it. And just use nail polish to paint. So that's how I did that, and those are the shapes that I used. Now I'm going to show you some earrings. I made these earrings yesterday. Let's just do this. These are the earrings I made yesterday, and they were really simple. What I did was I used this shape. Again, I'm gonna move this down. Again, I just used this shape, and I moved it the long way. Now, for the top where this sits, I had to do this differently. I don't know, and I'm going to try to let you see it from the back. I put 2 jump rings in the little holes, and then 1 in the center, and then I hooked my hook, so it looks like that. Now, I don't know if you've seen how I did that. There's 2 jump rings, and then a 3rd one, and then the earring hook. And you want to make sure you put the earring hook the correct way, okay? And then I had a turquoise bead, and I took my E6000 glue and glued it. And then for here, I just took the one, and I did the jump ring the same way through the 2 holes. And in the back, I put another one, and then I hung my bead. And I used a head pin for the bead, and then put another little bead, and then I made a loop and put it through the jump ring. And that's how I got these. I didn't paint these. I like the color against the turquoise. You can't really tell with this lighting, but I'll stick pictures in of everything. So that's what this looks like. Fancy, and I used black nail polish for this, and I used my acrylic gemstones, and then a jump ring, and then I made a little bead with, then I had a bead and I put the bead there, and I did it like that. Now you can have things hanging off the bottom. You don't have to put a bead, but this is what I did with this, and that was the shape that I used. See? And I wanted to paint it. Other one. Again, using the same shape, but I used green instead and little pearl beads with E6000 glue. And I didn't paint this one. I left it as is, and I didn't put a bead up top, just the earring hook. And I really like the way they came out. It's fancy. These little teardrop charms, and I used the blue acrylic gemstones, and I painted these silver using the silver metallic paint. And you can use any silver that you like, or you can use like a silver nail polish if you have the one that looks like chrome, whatever you prefer. And I got the back, because there is a front and a back. See, the back, it's a little flat, and the front is more raised. And it looks nice, the little charms dangling. So that's what I did with that one, and for that I used this shape. Another pair I used using the same shape, but I left the color, I didn't paint it, and I used red acrylic gemstones and then red seed beads, and I hooked them up. No paint, just glued on things and hung things from it. Again, using this same shape, I made these yesterday. I painted these with the copper nail polish. As you can see from the pictures, you can see the color better. And I just used this nail polish. I don't know if they still have it. It's Sinful Colors, and it's in the color Mystical 2478. And I like that it has like a shimmer. I have copper paint, but I didn't like it. It came out more like a very light rose gold, and it just didn't pop. So I went with this. And I liked it, and I liked the way the orange looks. And I had these beads that matched the acrylic gemstones, kind of like the same look to it with the glassy look. And I like them. They're good for summer. And that's it. Those are the ones that I made using these different shapes. I have made necklaces using this, and you've seen that already. And I'll add pictures in of those. Earrings, and necklace using this, as well as many other things. So these shapes can all be used for a variety of different things, not just jewelry, other crafts. And this is the last one I forgot to show you. I made a choker using my rhinestone ribbon, and I used thread. As you can see, a little piece, but you want to do that neat, and I attached it with the thread. I painted it black and using black nail polish, and then I used the acrylic gemstones. This is the same thing I used to make the ring for the slave bracelet, the same one I used to make other things. And you could even make a barrette with that, because craft stores sell the loose, let me see if I have them, these barrettes, the banana clips. They sell big ones and little ones, and you can put that on there. You can even paint the back part of that so it doesn't show. So you could do a head piece with that too, and that's what I made. So you could also use this piece as well. This is a set that's a 120-piece set from Panda Hall, and I got this off of Amazon. I will be putting the link, so look for that. And if you have any questions, just ask. Don't forget to hit the like. And if you're on my Facebook watching that, please remember to click follow. And follow me so you can see the latest videos. Okay, well, thank you for watching. And I'm going to start making another pair of earrings using this shape, which I'll show you in my next video. So see you there. Bye.